Hi everyone, today we will be solving inequalities that have fractions. So they will be multiplying fractions and our job is to do the opposite operation, which is dividing fractions. If you remember from prior lessons, when you multiply fractions or when we divide fractions, we're going to use keep, change, flip so that we can find the reciprocal. So in today's lesson, everything we do will be using keep, change, flip so that we can divide those fractions out. We're going to isolate the variable just like normal, and we will be using keep, change, flip. So for example, let's say that I have 3 over 2n equals, no, not equals, I'm sorry, is less than or equal to 6. So less than or equal to 6. So in this problem, we look at this and we see that this has a multiplication, right? So multiplication, we're going to do the opposite and we're going to divide the fractions, right? So we're going to divide it. So we would divide by 3 over 2. Now, we can't divide by 3 over 2 because when we do this, we need to do keep, change, flip. So really, this problem here is like saying that I have 3 over 2 times 2 over 3n. We're going to drop down that symbol. And then on this side, because we multiplied by 2 over 3, we're going to multiply by 2 over 3. So the problem with this problem is that we actually are multiplying again because it's a dividing of fractions. So when we would divide by 3 over 2, again, this would be keep it, change it, flip it, keep it, change it, flip it. So this becomes n is less than or equal to 12 over 3 or n is less than or equal to 4 because you can reduce that fraction. Now we're going to go ahead and put this on a number line and graph it. Don't freak out right now if you're like, I have no clue what you're doing, Miss Englander. It's okay, we will get there. Again, we have a closed dot, and it is to the left for our arrow. So let's do another example. Okay, let's do another example so that way you can see this in action again. Okay, so example B. On this example, I have negative 4 over 3b is greater than 8. Okay, so right now this is multiplying. So when we multiply, we're actually going to divide by negative 4 over 3. So on this side, I need to divide by negative 4 over 3. We're going to turn this whole number into a fraction. Now, when we have a fraction divided by a fraction, we actually need to use keep, change, flip. So I'm going to keep my first fraction, which is negative 4 over 3. I'm going to change from division to multiplication. And then I am going to flip this second number. So this is really 3 over 4. I have to do the same thing over here. So on this side, I have 8 over 1. Keep it, change it, and flip it, and 3 over 4. Now I'm ready to multiply straight across. This is just going to give me 1b on this side, and b is greater than 8 times 3, which is 24, negative over 4, or b is greater than negative 6. So again, I'm ready to just go ahead and graph this problem. I'm going to do another example for you, so don't worry. We'll do one more. I want this at negative 6. It's an open dot, and it's pointing to the right. Okay, so I'm going to do another example with you so that way you don't get too scared or too worried about these problems. Let's look at this problem here. So on this problem that I have, example C, on example C, I have 10 is less than or equal to negative y over 2. Okay, this one is the same as saying divided by 2, right? Or sometimes they rewrite this as 1/2 y, like this. Okay, so sometimes they will rewrite it so that it looks like negative 1/2. When you, in the first assignment that we did, we would have just multiplied, right? By 2, multiply by 2 on both sides. You're doing the same thing, except you're using keep, change, flip. So this problem is the same as this problem. So now we're going to use this divided by 1/2. So negative 1/2 divided by negative 1/2. That's keep, change, flip because we're dividing fraction by a fraction. So I have negative 1/2 times 2 over 1y. That's just going to be y. Okay, over here we had 10 divided by negative 1 over 2. Again, we're going to keep, change, flip. 10 times negative 2 over 1. And that's going to do 10 times negative 2, which is negative 20 over 1. So y. Okay, we want the letters on the left. So letter on the left. So this is really like saying everything is backwards, negative 20. Y is greater than or equal to negative 20. So we're going to go ahead and graph this problem. Negative 20, 0. All right, closed dot, because it has the line underneath it, it's equal to it. So we're going to go ahead and draw the circle with a closed dot, fill it in, and we're going to draw our arrow to the right. Again, letter on the left made this flip around. So once we put the letter on the left, it flips around. Okay, it's your turn now to do a try it, or two. Let's do 2 try its. I'm going to try to squeeze these in side by side here. If you need to hit pause up above so that you're able to finish solving out those problems, go for it, no problem. And then just hit play when you're ready to come back. Okay, let's see here. We have 2 over 5h is less than or equal to 8. So go ahead and solve that one first. Solve that problem. And then problem number 2. Problem number 2 says 1/3 x is greater than negative 4. Okay, so go ahead and solve these When you're ready, come on back and hit play so that you can check your level of understanding. All right, so again, I'm going to divide by 2 over 5, which means that I'm going to do keep, change, flip. So I want to divide by 2 over 5. So keep it, change it, flip it. That gives me h is less than or equal to 8 over 1 times 5 over 2. So h is less than or equal to 40 over 2, or keep reducing it down, 20. Okay, we're ready to graph this problem. So if I graph this one out, I'm going to go to 20. And I have a closed dot pointing to the left. Oh, that's way off. Sorry. Don't know how that happened. Okay, let's do this one over here. And draw my balance line. Okay, I need to divide by 1/3 and divide by 1/3. Again, dividing a fraction by a fraction, I need to keep it, change it, flip it. That's just going to give me x by itself. And on this side, I'm going to keep it, change it, flip it. So -4 over 1 times 3 over 1. X is greater than -12 over 1, or x is greater than -12. I'm now ready to graph this on the number line. So -12. And we're going to have an open dot, and it's pointing to the right. Pointing to the right. All right, tell me, where are you at with your level of understanding? How are you feeling right now? Write your answer your essential question. How do we solve inequalities when they're multiplying by a fraction? And then put your level of understanding out to the side. Where are you at with your learning? You can now come on back to the Google Meet and ask for help, or you can go on and do your practice work. As always, I appreciate all of your hard work and effort, and make it a great day.